Howdy Hon, welcome back to the channel. This is Stephsgotit, and tonight I am doing a WIP and chat with
Marty.
With my husband Marty. And if you've been following the channel, and I hope you have, then you will know that I got this itty bitty custom. And Marty and I have been working on it as a date night activity before our anniversary. Well, our anniversary has come and gone and we still haven't finished it. We didn't even work on it on our anniversary. We took it with us, but we just didn't work on it. So we're going to work on it tonight. So if you haven't already got your current WIP out, go ahead and put us on pause while we help ourselves here and come back with your project ready to rock and roll. Now, you know that this painting is from diamondpainting.com, and as you can see, for a, what did I say this was, a 20 by 20 or 15 by 15? I can't remember.
I do not remember.
You can go back to the first video and it'll tell you what size this is. But it's pretty stinking cute. I mean, you can see the shadow in Marty's face. Me, it's a different story, but that's the story of an interracial couple. It's always harder to get the darker skinned person than it is the fairer skin when they're in the picture together. But we have traveled with this to Texas, and you can see we've developed quite a bit of quite a bit of rivers, or what do you want to call these?
Creases?
No, they're not creases. They're actually rising up off of the painting.
Oh.
So yeah, so I'm going to have to get all of these and put them back down. And I figured we could just do that while we're here. So,
did you need to leave
first,
the paper on to do that?
We need to leave the paper on.
Well, I don't know. Do you use a roller? How do you do this? I've not done this.
Usually you take a knife and cut them out. But I'm about to cheat right now and try and see if I could just flatten them out. With, of course, this angle is killing my bad eyes. If they're not too bad, I don't want to pull a knife,
No.
box cutter out to get them, but usually that's what I see people do. I've never actually had to work one out because I've been pretty lucky. I have some paintings that have them, I just haven't worked on them yet. So, and if you've been watching this little couples series, then you will know that the first few videos in this series, we shared marital advice that was given to us at my at one of my 3 bridal showers. Had some marital advice, and so we shared that with you guys and what we thought was helpful. Now, what we didn't do, which we were supposed to do, I think the last time we started this, was show you some of the messages that we got and talked about those. However, I'm not sure where the book is because I don't know that we ever packed or unpacked it. So we won't finish this tonight. So we'll have time to show you that. See, if you put your finger on it, you can feel that it's rising up. No, on where the thing is, not on the not on the sticky part, but on the bubble. It's a bubble. That's what it is. That's a good description. Right. It's a bubble. And I'm just trying to flatten it down. This is adhesive, so it's not your favorite 6000 though, E6000.
No, it's not E6000.
So tell the people what we did for our anniversary trip while I try and flatten some of these out.
We went on a jet ski and
a Sea-Doo.
Thank you. There is a difference. We were on a Sea-Doo, and this was short enough.
Where did we go?
We went to Galveston Island. There is a space between the island and the mainland, and that's the space that we played around in a little bit. My sister was kind enough to host us down there for that time. And we were on, I'm going to get it wrong again. It's a Sea-Doo. It's not a wave runner, it's a Sea-Doo. Difference is a wave runner uses external water for cooling, so you really should only use that in fresh water, but a Sea-Doo could be used in either. Anyway, we rode on the Sea-Doo, and one thing that I found tougher than when my sister had taken me out into Charleston Harbor is that this Sea-Doo is shorter. And you wouldn't think that length would make any difference, but length apparently does. Because Steph and I struggled to keep the Sea-Doo upright as we used it. We worked those core muscles. We went out into an open area, circled around a bit, saw some ships, and came on back. It is reminiscent a little bit of me renting a small boat to go up what some people will call the sewer channel to see if I could find where the water seemed to be blocked somehow. I rented a boat that was short enough to fit in the back of the minivan. That may seem short to some, but a minivan will take a full 4x8
This is
sheet
not
of
part of
plywood.
the trip he's talking about currently.
No. And so I rented a boat to try to do that. I was surprised at how tippy this was. I mean, I've used canoes and kayaks and the rest of that. But apparently the shorter the boat is, the more likely it is to shift from side to side. And that doesn't make any sense to me at all. But that seems to be the truth of it. I'll have to go online and do some research to figure out what is really bugging me there. But anyway, we went on the Sea-Doo, and this was Steph's first ride on a Sea-Doo. I hope it's not her last.
No, I liked it.
Then we
Once
also,
I could breathe comfortably, that we weren't going to tip over.
Right. So we got to do that, and we used a paddle boat. A pedal boat is one way to look at it. You pedal it the way you would a bicycle, and there are multiple sets of pedals on this thing. We had fun with that, but you can only go as fast as your legs will take you. And if there's a good strong current, you probably won't be able to work against the strong current. Nevertheless, we've had fun with that. We found our way out, found our way back. So we have to do that while we're out there. It's an anniversary, so part of the fun is just getting there. Now in this case, I was the only driver. Steph got to relax and I drove down the 10 hours. And we did something unusual. Normally we will start at 2 in the afternoon and we'll drive until the wee hours of the morning. Well, this time we got up in the wee hours of the morning and arrived there.
And if you know me, you know that this was an accomplishment.
A real sacrifice.
Getting up at wee hours of the morning just to hit the road.
And we broke records in getting out of the house from the time that we got out of bed. Normally it takes a lot longer than we did this time. So made it to the van and eventually made it to Texas. And there's a lot of road between here and Texas.
Live in Texas.
That song would not come out of our minds. It's just catchy, that's all.
Why I hang my hat in Tennessee.
There's another Texas song that we're told that school children learn. And we heard that one when we were down there too.
I can't remember which one that was. All I could think about is my exes live in Texas.
Deep in the heart of Texas. Yeah, that
Now
one.
watch me get a strike.
Whatever that is.
YouTube strike
Oh,
because you.
so you can't do
popular
8
song.
bars of something before they bother you?
I don't know how many bars it is. If the little machine catches it, then you get a strike or a slap or whatever.
Oh my.
So far, all the stuff that it has dinged me on has been stuff that it was willing to say, "You're okay. We're gonna make money off of you, but you're okay. You won't make any, but it's okay."
We're not making any anyway. It doesn't much matter there.
All right, we'll just try this. As you can see, I've never really dealt with rivers before, and I did lots of research on them and how to do it.
They have flattened out.
For the
Wow.
life of me, I can't remember any of that research at this moment. So I just took the knife and just went across it, and
Nope,
whatever
Still have this one right
whatever happened, happened.
Mm-hmm. On a Saturday, we went on an art kayak tour, an eco art tour it was billed. Went there with relatives, and it was a fun time. Imagine getting in, well, first of all, I learned that black-eyed Susans smell like Tootsie Rolls. I'm not kidding you. I was told this by the guide. The guide said the kids call them Tootsie Roll flowers. And I sniffed it and, oh, sure enough, I would have eaten it, but I knew it wasn't a Tootsie Roll. But only by looking at it. By smelling it, oh, it was scrumptious. It was great. We got our kayaks and the usual flotation gear, the paddles and so forth, headed to the water and headed out. And we were blessed that it was overcast. Why would you say blessed? Because had it been sunny, we would have baked out there, but because it was overcast, we were able to enjoy ourselves. We headed out for a good distance, saw mostly birds and grass in the water, and eventually pulled up in a spot where then we got out the art boxes. Yes, an art box. Each kayak had a box with paint. We're talking about the kind of paint you would have used as a kid. Watercolor paint, a little watercolor palette, and 2 pieces of masonite, maybe, 8 to 10 inches long, with paper attached for us to do watercolor drawings. And so we did watercolor painting out there until it started to rain a little bit. Rather than get our stuff wet, we put our pictures back in the art box and headed back to where we'd gotten out of the water. We didn't rush. The rain was warm after all, and it ended in a fairly short time. And I learned through the last few minutes of the trip, when it finally got really sunny, how blessed we were for it to be overcast. But this is something that I recommend. It's unusual. You're outdoors. If you're worried about COVID-19, well, there's no one near you except the person in the kayak that's with you. And we had a great time. So those are some of the things that we did on our anniversary.
And thank you, Mr. Ladner, for that news report. And I've done the best that I can do at this moment. I don't remember how to fix it, so that will have to work for now. I will, if this doesn't work, then I'll go back and look up the proper way to handle rivers. I can't believe I don't remember, but, well, I can believe I don't remember.
You didn't need it.
Because I didn't need it, and I'm the type of, my mind is the type that is, if it's not something you need, oh, you should see my makeup. I'm all full glammed and eyeshadowed up today. And these are squares, so of course it requires a little more thought in putting them down than rounds. But yes, we had a very good trip. We got to relax and spend time with family and meet family and family. So we had a good time.
If you use the GPS to look for Buc-ee's, make sure it's the right Buc-ee's.
Yeah, on our way home, I wanted to stop back by Buc-ee's. I think we both did, but I know I did. And
they don't know what Buc-ee's is. Maybe you could describe it from your point of view.
Buc-ee's is like a huge truck stop type of deal in Texas. It's everything. It's a convenience store, department store, gas station, restaurant, all combined, a souvenir shop, all combined into one. It's this big, huge store. But this was, Alexa, stop. This was the, it's time for my sleeping pills. You know I'm an insomniac, so I've been taking one Serenity, which is a doTERRA product. It's essential oils. One Serenity pill and one melatonin pill every night at this time. And so I've been getting a little more sleep. That's been nice. I've actually been waking up sometimes earlier and being able to get some other stuff done. So that's been really nice. But anyway, back to Buc-ee's. So that's Alexa goes off at 8 o'clock every night to remind me to take my sleeping pills or my sleeping solution.
Okay, I'll remind you every day at 8 p.m.
Oops. Now we have 2 alarms apparently. So that's why she's going off. And that's been working pretty good. I mean, it's not perfect. I still sometimes am up, but I fall asleep quicker and I get more restful sleep. That's what the Serenity for is, more restful sleep. And so works out pretty good. So here is my melatonin. I don't remember how many grams it is. And this is my Serenity. All right. And can I have a bottle of water, please?
Yes.
And the strawberry pineapple squirt stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This is, I told y'all about these Canada Bold sodas. Oh, I love these. Well, my new thing is now for the Canada Bold is to squirt some strawberry pineapple squirt stuff in it. And it's so good. Okay, but back to Buc-ee's. So Buc-ee's is huge. And our nephew was showing us around Houston and he stopped there. And we got a chance to see it and got a souvenir for the boy and got some barbecue. Now, I heard the barbecue was the bomb, but I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't like it at all.
The kolaches were nice.
The kolaches were great.
I can't find the squirt stuff, Steph.
It's in the squirt basket. But I didn't like the barbecue. I didn't like the taste. Well, the first one I got when we stopped there, I got what do you call that? What did I get? What do you call it?
Oh, you brought brisket.
I brought brisket, right, and it was full of fat. And and I know brisket is, and I was expecting a little more meat than that. It's in there. It's in the tray. No, in the tray. Yeah.
There's supposed to be little packets like that.
No, the strawberry squirt thing, strawberry pineapple.
Mm-hmm.
And Marty got. What did you get the first time?
Sausage kolache.
No, you didn't get barbecue the first time?
No.
Okay. So if you take a Canada Dry Bold and this Crystal Light strawberry pineapple refresh. Oh, this has caffeine in it.
Oh, yeah. And you're trying to go to sleep.
I did not realize this had caffeine in it. I should have known by the word refresh, because anytime Starbucks says refresh, it seems to be a caffeinated drink.
Want some blackberry lemonade?
But that's not as good as a strawberry pineapple.
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, give me that.
Okay.
Anyway, if you drink caffeine, this is really good. If you want this one.
Boing, boing, boing.
So instead, we're going to do this one. Blueberry lemonade. This is good, but it's not as good as this. But we're just gonna squirt it in there. It gives it a little sweetness to that bold ginger taste. So it's nice. I think it's nice. You can, of course, try other flavors. We have like hundreds of them because we were big into the Mio squirts at one point, and we still use them occasionally now. But yeah, I'm so sorry for all those who love Buc-ee. I'm just not feeling it. I didn't like it. I didn't like the taste. I didn't like that barbecue at all. And so on the way out, I wanted to go back by there because in my mind, I'm thinking, well, the pulled pork's gotta be better, right? And we put it in the GPS, but apparently we didn't put the one that was in Texas City. And so it took us all the way out the boonies to some little rinky-dink
gas station
that had a Buc-ee's sign on it. We were furiously upset because we were making, they interfered with our time. So it caused us to be a whole 3 hours behind because we had to get back on the road, turn around, go back to Texas City Buc-ee's. And then we got there. We spent a little time in there again, and I got the barbecue one. Then the cashier rang us up twice, so I went back in. Then it took forever for the manager or whoever to come and give us a discount, to the point where we said, you know what? We'll just go get a third sandwich and call it a day because, you know, we got places to go. And I'm thinking, oh, you know, an extra barbecue sandwich. Hey. I mean, it wasn't extra. We paid for it, but, you know, it wasn't one that we had intended initially to get. So I got that, and I'm ready to dive in thinking it's all good in the neighborhood, and it was not good. I did not like it. It was the same flavor as the brisket, so it's the barbecue technique that I don't enjoy. We were talking about it with the boy later with our son Quentin, who's the only kid that lives here with us still. For the moment, though, he's talking about getting up out of camp, so hey, we could be empty nesters in no time. Swing parties. No, just kidding. What? Just kidding. I don't even know why they came out. Because somebody just made a joke about swingers, and I'm like, ew, that's gross. But anyway, so he remembered getting them when he went to, where did he go? Arizona. And he said he liked them. He thought they were very good. But I didn't. I'm a good old-fashioned Southern barbecue girl, so I need my barbecue to taste like it came off of a grill, mesquite flavor or honey flavor, or just a good barbecue sauce. I don't like their sauce. I don't like their technique. The meat was, now the pork, the texture of the pulled pork was better than that of the brisket, of course. It's different little parts there. But I did not enjoy the flavor. And I don't think Marty enjoyed the flavor either. Did you?
I would rather have had another kolache, another sausage kolache.
Yeah. The kolaches were great. Oh, can you turn the air off because it picks up the...
It's because it's noisy.
Yeah.
Not that we want to be overheated here, but hey.
You can turn the fan on.
We'll do.
Sorry about that, guy. The central air just kicked on, and I know from doing my unboxing videos that when it kicks on, it makes a lot of noise in the background. So ask Marty to turn it off and turn on the fan, which I'm hoping doesn't make as much noise in the background. So that's how and although we didn't get any diamond painting done on our anniversary,
we unboxed an air fryer.
We did unbox an air fryer. So if you didn't know, Instant Pot, the same company that makes Instant Pot, apparently Instant is a company, they also make air fryers. And we had been in the market for an air fryer. We bought a small one, and once we bought the small one, we were hooked and realized we needed a bigger one. We were just trying to catch the right one at the right time. And so this one was on sale on Amazon for $100 and... You know what? I don't think I've posted that video yet. So look forward to the unboxing of the Vortex, because I don't think I posted it yet. And it'll give you all the details. We got it on sale for $99. It was regular price, I don't know, $189 or something like that. So we unboxed that sitting on the floor of the living room in the apartment that our sister-in-law had. She had a second apartment there, and so we were able to stay there, which was good because our RV plans fell through. We booked an RV because we're thinking it'll be so... I've been watching these van conversions and RV conversions, and I'm captured. I'm just captured by this idea of living in this small space and being able to hit the road with your space. So I started talking about RVs, and well, Marty was interested too. So we decided, hey, let's get an RV for our... What do you need?
I was looking to make sure that I had the right stuff here.
RV for our anniversary trip. That way we won't have to pay for
Rent one.
Yeah, rent one, not buy. And so we were thinking, okay, we could pull over to sleep when we get tired on the road. We also have our hotel right with us, and so we researched and called this company that was close by and made reservations for the whole week. I've started to buy little decorations to put up in the RV. I'm like super stoked. And the guy calls us a couple of days later saying, oh, well, the people who have the RV won't have it back by the date that you're registered for. Now, mind you, their site said that this would be open this day. That's why we chose it. And so he's like, oh, well, can you go? I think we had what day did we have? We had
It was the 13th.
the 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Monday through Monday.
20. So we had it the 13th through the 20th. He asked us if we could get it the 22nd to the 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, to the 26th.
Shorter amount of time.
And I'm
Not
like,
what it
dude,
is for the
first
first
of
place.
all, we told you this was our anniversary trip. Our anniversary is not during that week. Second of all, it's a shorter time span. We're trying to go for 7 days. So you want us to wait for our trip because whoever has the van now doesn't want to come back. And then you want us to wait
to have a shorter
amount of time so that we can get it back so that the next person can get their trip on time. That's why he wanted to cut it short. So he had somebody else already reserved for it. Okay, well, we were reserved for it. Why should we shorten our trip on the wrong date so that you can get it back to some other family when you didn't get it back to us on time? So we were like, no, I need you to send me my money ASAP so I can get a hotel room. So we're going to visit family. We have to be back for work. We are not trying to change the time. If you want to do something, you make that family bring it back on time like they're supposed to. You know what I think? Because it wasn't the newest model on the park. I think it broke down and it was getting repaired. Because he immediately sent our money back. This blackberry lemonade isn't as good. With this. Yeah. So that's what happened with that. And
It was a real blessing.
it was a blessing because Marty
Reading is essential.
I say this all the time, and not just for Marty, for myself and for anybody else. I always say, after something happens, reading is essential. He had misread the email, as we tend to do sometimes. It's not always easy to catch the intent and purpose behind the email.
It was a text that was
It was a
at the
text.
top of the messenger
I
thingy.
take sleeping pills. It was a text message, it wasn't text. It was private message.
Mm-hmm.
And hold on, or take these pills.
Blood, blood, blood.
Oh, where's the bottle of water? I don't know if spawn them with a bowl is a good idea.
A waste of flavor.
Okay, so what was I saying?
That reading is essential.
Yeah, she had sent him a private message saying that
She already had a place for us to stay.
that there was an apartment and it was better than her apartment and in the same
It was ground floor.
where was this? It's not a resort. It was there weren't townhouses per se either, but it was a community, a gated community that she lives in right
With
on the
water
water,
access.
so that you have access to put your boat right out in front of your apartment, and you can take your boat and go right out into the lake or river or sea, whatever that is. And she had talked about all the amenities and everything that it had and how great and cool it was. And Martin was like, "Oh no, we'll provide our own accommodations, thank you, because we were thinking about doing the RV. And she was like, oh, okay, but it's got everything, guys. It's really all you need. Blah, 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 blah. And Marty, no, we'll make our own reservation. Blah, 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 blah.
I'm sorry.
So he goes for how do we say that delicately? How did you say it in the last video? Or how did you say it in the journal?
I went to the library.
He went to the library and sat down and was sitting there for a minute and happened to come back across that message and reread it and came to a clearer understanding. Reading is essential. That this was this apartment. She had 2 apartments there, and one that she was working, paying it out until the lease was up. So it was already a free apartment just sitting there for anybody to use. And she kept inviting family to come down. And so he finally understood that the apartment is paid for.
It was ground floor.
It was ground floor, which means I didn't have to walk stairs. And it was available and free for us because she was already paying for it. And so I immediately said, call her right now and let her know that we would be happy to take the apartment. And so that's how that went. And we ended up staying there, and it was a really nice apartment too. Mm-hmm. She had a little furniture in it for us, or she had furniture in it for her initial purpose, I'm assuming. 152.
And we were right there. We didn't have to travel across a good distance in order to see her.
No, she was in the apartment complex. This is all one gated community, but we were here, and then there was another apartment complex, and right here is your access to your boat to come in and out, and she was in this complex. So we just walked between the buildings, and bam, there we were. Mm-hmm. And we could see her, and she could walk over and see us. And just got water on that. Oh, thanks. And anyway, so that's how that disaster, was avoided in having, which would have been terrible that she was paying for that and inviting family to stay.
Have to go across the town to see her anyway.
Right. And then we would have been at a RV camp, which wasn't like a long distance away, but it wouldn't have been a skip and a hop. She would have had to travel to see us and vice versa. So this worked out great. We got to meet her husband and our nephew's girlfriend. I loved the painting, the water and painting thing. That was so much fun until it started to rain when we were doing our paintings, because it's water.
That was okay.
It's water painting, so if
right.
It rains, guess what? It washes it away. So that was a pretty cool thing that they had. I don't think I'm going to use a multi-placer with these squares. And then we came back home to reality. Back to reality.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight for dinner, for date night, we went to a local sandwich deli type place. Wouldn't you call it a deli?
Yeah.
Maybe? Yeah.
They call it a deli.
Yeah. And came back home to Diamond Paint to do a whipping chat, because I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I was not in the mood. But Marty was like, we haven't done one in a long time, and I was like, I know you're right. And after just finishing my first diamond painting project, I thought it would be cool to finish another one. And I promised this time, well, that's a lie. Before I even said it, I realized I was lying. I was not going to start another one until I finished those old ones that I first started. Because I was working on a trial size one from Diamond Art Club, and then Shelly gave me a bigger size of that painting. So I had the two paintings, I was working them together so that I could see the differences between squares and rounds and the difference in the sizing and how much of the painting gets cut out when you have a smaller size. And then I wanted to give somebody a gift. So I started doing that one and I put those two aside. And then I didn't like that one, so I ordered another one and I started that one as the gift for this person. And that was going great. And then Shelly decided, let's do a collaboration. So we started Sea Buddies for Diamond Art Club.
A ginormous painting.
So I put that one aside. And then Victoria Moon decided that they were going to offer some people some paintings to do a review for them. So I started that painting. And I was working that painting, the one from Victoria's Moon, on Monday nights, and then the collaboration with Shelly I was doing on Sunday nights. Well, you know, life happened. And the angel one kind of got away from me. But because Shelly was dependent on me to, not dependent on me, but depending on me to complete this one because we had agreed upon it and we had a certain time frame, and of course I did not meet that time frame. Now granted, I have a few things going on. Shelly's on vacation for this summer for school, and she's a school teacher, and but I was regularly gaining more responsibility than I was losing responsibility, so I had to learn all these new things, and for the little job position, part-time gig with the Scouts, and then my church responsibilities, and then I had some emotional, mental issues, and you know. So anyway, I got off track with that schedule, and Shelly was so patient and so understanding. She's like, I know you have other stuff to do, and just finish it when you can. And I'm already finished, but you just finish when you can.
Yeah.
Well, I really need to get the review done because I mean, from the time she finished to the time I actually got mine finished, Shelly did like at least 3 other paintings. She did 2 partials and a full painting before I finally got finished with mine that we started at the same time. And I felt like really bad. So I worked all day yesterday to finish it. I was getting it through it, but I wasn't getting through it at the speed that I had been initially. I just kind of lost my sail, and I took on some more classes and you know, just stuff. Now granted, I probably could have did a better job than I did, but it is what it is. And I just appreciate her patience and understanding. And
now she can put all the little drills away.
Now we can do a kit down. It will be my first kit down. And the only reason I'm going to kit down is because it's too hard to store them the way I originally wanted to. I was originally going to store them in those packages that we use from the Harbor Freight. But really, I have nowhere to stack up all that stuff because my craft room is craft, sewing, Stampin' Up, scrapbook, sewing. So I really have run out of room. So I have to go to these little bags, and I bought a hat box. Actually, somebody gave me a hat box for my birthday with a red hat in it because I wanted to be a member of the Red Hat Society again. And while I was out at Joann's with Shelly, I found a hat box with the McCall's pattern ladies on it. So I put that red hat they gave me in there, and the hat box that they gave me, which is an old school
beautiful
hat, beautiful. What is it? Is that wood? Is it wood? What you call it?
I think so.
Wooden hat box that has a quilted block on the top. What do you call it? It's a Dresden block, I believe is what you call it. And it's a little bigger than the one I found, but that hat that they gave me fits in the one that I bought. So I've transferred the hat to that one so that I can put all these drills when I kit down in these little baggies in that one, in that wooden hat box. So I give some place to store them for now. So this will be my first kit down. All my other stuff has remained in those containers, and I've just bought more containers. But I can't do that because they're harder to store that way. So maybe when we're empty nesters, I can push a wall down and expand that room. I doubt it, but it's nice to dream about. It's nice to dream about it. All right, I just talked for 15 minutes straight. What you got, Marty? You should be thinking of something to talk about all that time I was talking.
Who, me?
Marty,
Go ahead. Oh, I'm thinking about things like the garden, as in overgrown garden, as in mushroom compost that now looks like dinosaur poop. It's safe, it's hard, dry, it's dust. And we have squares back there, squares composed of half-height cement blocks that are tied together, strapped together to form a square, and then the center of the square is filled with not plain old ordinary dirt, but 1/3 vermiculite, 1/3 peat moss, and 1/3 compost. We're going to have to up the compost level, folks. We have vermiculite around here. We have the peat moss around here, but we're going to have to go out and buy some more dirt to mix with that stuff.
The problem with the compost, especially the mushroom compost, is that they only sell it in cubic feet. I don't remember how
Off
many.
a dump truck.
But it has to be like the size of a dump truck. They don't sell it like in small containers. At least not at this place. And I didn't like their compost anyway. It was full of trash. But so we got to find a new source for some compost, or somebody who wants to go in half and half or something. It's not the cost that we're concerned about. It's that we don't need that much compost.
I may just break down and buy some bags of that stuff at one of the
that's crap.
home improvement places.
That's crap. I don't want
That's
crap.
exactly what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be cow dung.
Yeah, but it's crappy crap.
Oh, well, okay.
I don't know. We can look at it and see.
Yep. So there's that. That was interesting to try to straighten out to where we can actually reach those squares again. When you go away for a week, the place comes apart. In this case, the yard comes apart. I don't want to get into it. We had lots of cleanup to do when we got back.
And now the garden area has been emptied out, somewhat, of the overgrowth. So yeah, it was the perfect time to set it up for gardening again. I would love to have some more of my market fresh cucumbers. I have yet to find a cucumber in a grocery store to match it. Not even Misfit Market's cucumbers are as good as these are. And squash, we had squash out the wazoo, but it wasn't like the yellow squash. These squash look like little
alien ships,
little miniature UFOs. They are green bush or something like that squash. They're really good though, but they are aggressive growers. They take every other plant and be like, I own this block. them and the potatoes were having the battle of all battles. Sweet potatoes are another aggressive grower.
Don't expect anything else to coexist with them.
No, sweet potatoes have to be put somewhere by themselves because they don't like people. They don't like other plants. They don't play nice.
No.
We had tomatoes, chocolate bell peppers, salad mix, a watermelon, 2 or 3 varieties of watermelon, many varieties of heirloom tomatoes.
The trick is to get the food before the bugs do.
And oh my gosh, and we had banana peppers out the wazoo. I mean, you go out there and you take off all the banana peppers. When you go out there the day after that, like if you did it today, Friday, if by the time you got out there Sunday, it was a whole nother batch of banana peppers on every plant. And it's like, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do with all these banana peppers? So that's when you have to find people who are like, hey, how you doing? Want some banana peppers?
The way people used to joke about zucchini.
What did you say about zucchini? I'm not familiar.
Zucchini grows and grows and grows and grows. You're giving it away, giving it away.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so that's how that's been going. I've been battling more migraines the last 2 weeks. I don't know if it's, the barometric pressures or whatever else people ask about. I know it's partly dehydration for sure. And there's some hormone changes, not changes, but some hormones getting out of whack that's causing it as well. But I tell you, I remember having migraines like very regular. I truly feel for those who have migraine every single day, who they just don't go away. I feel for them because it is a horrible thing. But it's been a long time since I had them back to back to back every day. Like just
The way they've been lately.
Yeah, the way they've been lately is like a migraine every day, different parts of the day, but which was crazy because I took on other fitness classes at the church that I do Zumba at because one of the ladies who was they're slowly opening back up. They're offering 1 class a day in the morning, and the lady who does the morning classes, she couldn't do it because the schools haven't opened back up, or the schools are doing virtual here in this county, in this state, and so she has to be home to homeschool her daughter to work with the virtual, and so they asked me would I help, and I was like sure, for those of you who don't know, I'm a Zumba instructor, but I am also
You're AFA certified in group fitness.
Thank you for sharing that, Marty.
Well, that's what you're going to do, right? I like to brag about you.
So yes, I am a AFA certified group fitness instructor. So because of that, I have the ability to teach any fitness class, any group fitness class. Now, usually I would not want to teach a fitness class unless I like I wouldn't go teach kickboxing unless I had the kickboxing certification to go along with the group. And I don't teach Pilates until I get the Pilates certification to go along with. I can, but I would rather, before I go into any specialty, I would rather have some training specifically on that specialty. Like over the summer, I got a Plyo Yoga certification, which is plyometric exercises and yoga added together. I wouldn't just hop up and do that class if I had not taken that specific training for it. So, but as far as classes like core classes or functional training classes or weight classes, sculpting classes, things like that, I have the ability to teach, and so that's what they're doing in the daytime. So I was really stressed about these migraines because I had just agreed to work these classes, and I've gone to bed with the migraine and having class the next morning at 9 or at noon. So it was like really touchy there.
Go ahead, I have G's. They're
Oh
everywhere.
no, I'm just sitting here looking. I don't think I have any more for this. That's why I was just looking. I'm just double checking to me. Of course, I know as soon
What
as I empty
symbol
them
are
out,
you
I'm
seeking?
going to find them. 152.
Huh.
It's the.
There's one down here. My fingernail is. I think.
That's on your side.
I didn't say it wasn't a stretch, but you were looking for it.
Oh, there's
Is that
another
another
one.
one? And another one. And another one down. And another one down. Another one bites the dust. Oop, here we go. We're gonna get
Can I
ourselves.
get you too?
Here we go. This thing.
And there's strike number 3. Maybe they won't catch it. If they do, I'll have to erase this video and edit that out.
Oh my. I'm pointing to another.
Stop proofreading over here. Stay on your side.
You were going to put the stuff away, and I thought, well, rather than have you put the stuff away, I can just hunt for
Yeah.
what you need, maybe.
Yeah,
I
that's
might see it.
good. Yeah,
There's
because
another one over here on my
And-
side.
never fails that you put the stuff up and you see them. Got it. Where did it go? Which way did it go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, see, I did that. That's the first one I did. There's another L.
Oh.
This is how it was when I finished Sea Buddies. Was it last night or the night before?
You thought you were
I was
finished, and I
like
saw
putting it
onesies
on,
and twosies
taking
everywhere.
pictures of it, and Instagramming it, and then looked down and there was a little section where some were missing. So I filled those, and I'm like, oh, it's done. I put it on the table to lay it out flat. There's another missing block. I was like, ah!
Yeah.
So I'm just amazed at look at that in the screen up there. Look at your face. That is so unusual for a painting this small to have that much detail. It's just amazing.
Imagine if it were larger.
I know, I'm kind of kicking myself for not getting larger.
But
But
who
the thing
knows?
is, I didn't know about this company. So I either had some kind of free coupon or I had some kind of buy one lower price or whatever type of deal. And I figured, okay, if I'm going to try a custom and not have to pay full price for it, let me just give them a little snack and see how they do. And then if the snack comes out good, then maybe I'll order a whole meal. You know what I'm saying?
That and this one is small enough to fit in the display case, whereas the others, we have no wall space here anyway. Just a thought.
Oh, we're getting a bigger one.
Okay.
We're getting that Garden of Eden picture or either the temple picture on our wedding day.
Wow.
Either one of those. Of course, I would love to have the King Kong. We're looking at pictures from our honeymoon, our wedding and our honeymoon in a display case that's over there. And there's this picture we took. I'm in King Kong's hand as he's tearing through the building. And Marty is pulling at his hands, and the look on Marty's face.
Trying to get her
I
out.
mean, he is playing the scene like he is actually there. I mean, even the photographer was killing himself laughing. Everybody that was watching was laughing because Marty's face is like he was
I've got to
actually
rescue her.
fighting King Kong for me. It was just, I dropped character because he was so funny that you can see me smirking in the picture because I just couldn't help it. He was just so funny. But I would love to see that in a diamond painting. That would be really cool. But I wouldn't have anywhere to put it, but it would be cool.
It'll have to be like the Smithsonian, where they rotate the collection. They don't have everything showing at once. I'm not sure any museum really does.
But don't know. We could find somewhere. One could go right there over the central unit, air unit.
Yes. Okay. The
Put
bump
one right
out
there. Yeah.
by the air conditioner.
And we have this empty wall over in front of us, but
No.
we can't put anything on that because when we watch movies, we don't have TV, but we do have Netflix and we do have rent DVDs. So we like to put we have a projector. We had an excellent projector. Now we have a projector, but we project the movie.
It's more than 10 years old. We got the money out of it.
Not that projector right there.
No, the old one.
Oh yeah, the old one was the bomb.com. It was excellent. And I tell you, it was crystal clear. Lights on, lights off, don't care. It was perfect. But it blew its bulb. And mind you,
time.
it had for the second time. He's had it over 10 years. He had it when we got married. It's been borrowed. We've taken it for events. And Q played video games on it from the age of 12 to 15. He played video games daily on it. And so it just finally burned itself out. Or we finally burned it out. So and we ordered this one from Amazon. Piece of junk. You have to turn the lights off to see it. Marty just did the boo-boo, the old. You know what? I meant to give you one of those little plastic trays sheets I just ordered that prevents the. I just ordered these things from Amazon. Not Amazon. And I didn't just order them. I ordered them months ago. And I just got them in the mail from AliExpress or Wish. I can't remember which one for right now. But I have a series that I'm about to post on the channel that I have all these small packages that I've been collecting and haven't opened yet. So I shot them all and I'm going to post one every day. They'll be like little 5-minute videos. I think the longest one is the first one because I introduce what I'm doing. But the rest of them are like 5 minutes and less because I literally just get an envelope like this, rip it open, show you what it is, and that's that. And then I move on to the next one. But here, if you want to put these little sheets, they're like silicone, but they're somewhat sticky, but not like glue sticky.
Right.
And it holds your. Where's my tray?
Oh, it keeps the tray from sliding around and popping. Okay.
Look at that. It holds your tray.
Right.
So the tray doesn't fall off. And if a couple
you bump
of
the
beads,
tray, it doesn't flip. In other
right.
words. Okay.
So
now I get
there
it.
you go.
Thank you. Yep.
One side is a little more texture than the other, but you have to feel really hard. You can't see it over there, but that's okay. See, so you can't see it anyway, but it's sitting on that little plastic, and this will help so you can see it's not moving anywhere. Yeah. I have black ones. I'm going to give you a black one so you can see it.
See, I do this and it's not flipping over.
Yeah, it's not
Imagine
flipping.
that if I didn't have this.
And I had them sitting in my little wooden tray that has the 4 slots in it. I had one of these in each slot so that my trays didn't fall out, and it worked beautifully. And when something fell up, the beads fell on here instead of spreading out all over the place. Okay, that's it. But you had to be really forceful and hard to get it to do that. Other than that, it just lays flat. I think this plug has a shortage in it, or either this light pad. It was a cheap one, but
the cord or the pen?
I thought it was the cord. Now I'm not sure which one it is. But I'm gonna try another cord and see if it works better. So let's see what else. Nothing else exciting has been going on with the Alabama Ladners. Oh, I just told you where we are at our gas station. We got a little done. We've been at it for an hour. I'm so.
Time to stop. Okay.
Well, I had to work those rivers out, and so
Right,
it's
that's
which
part of the
it
time.
seems to just go right over. So whatever I did,
You handled it.
worked for the moment.
Yes.
Marty's face is going to be good and detailed. Well, I don't know. Once we get the beads on, it might not see as much. You might not see as much detail. But this right here is just a blob of brown.
Different shades of brown.
Yeah,
That's
blobs
what
of
I'm
brown.
working Oh, okay, fine. The letter G.
This program has been sponsored by the letter G.
Boy.
If you've been watching the Misfit videos, you know I often break out into one cucumber, two.
She loves the count.
I love the count. I can't wait to see this done. And I really want to contact them and say, hey, I need this larger. And I need my face to be as clear as his face.
Oh, good luck.
But I don't think. Well, this
The
is
original
This is a
picture.
professional picture, if I'm not mistaken.
Actually,
Is that?
the picture in the corner has lots of detail for you.
Yeah,
The
but
picture was taken from, so they could do it.
yeah, if
could
it
do
was
it.
bigger, they could do it.
Right. Okay.
And see, yours isn't going to be this much detail once we. You're
Put the
gonna
dots in.
be kind of blobby too once
Yeah.
we get the dots in.
Well, let me
But-
put this away. It's been an hour.
Marty is really
There you
good
go.
on the whipping chats being 1 hour. And you know, I'm pretty good at that. I try to stick to an hour because I know you have other stuff to do, and or you have other people that you also want to watch. So if you spend 3 hours watching me, I appreciate it if you did, but trust, I won't be talking that long. I don't know if I could talk that long, although I'm being quite chatty these
You
days. But I appreciate that there are other people, you know, whips that you want to watch also. So I think, and the very first whip I saw was an hour, and I thought that was plenty of time, and give you a chance to get to know me, and give you enough information to make some comments down below, so I can get to know you, and we can have this good old time.
Another real.
I have not watched as many whipping chats in the last couple of months as I had been. And if you have a channel and I have not been commenting and watching, my apologies. I will try to do better. And some of y'all I have been, slipping in and just watching and hitting the next button, forgetting to actually make a comment so that you know I've been watching. But I see y'all. And I appreciate everybody who does whipping chats because it helps me get through, when I'm trying to do something, I need background, I need somebody, or if I just, want to hear somebody who speaks my language. It's nice to be able to pull up y'all's whipping chats and listen to you and learn things or just be entertained. So I hope that you are finding the same thing in this channel. Feel free to click the like button if you find any content on this channel to be useful and think that I should continue. Of course, I'll continue whether you thumbs up it or not, but I'm just saying it would be nice to know that you support the cause. So you can give it a thumbs up if you find the content on this channel. If you find this video useful and the content on the channel useful, let us know. If you have some ideas or suggestions about other things that we like to do, let us know down in the comments below. And if you think that this picture is going to come out great and this picture is not, or vice versa, or both, either way, let us know down in the comment and let's see who can guess what it's going to
How it finally works
how
out.
it finally works out. We might throw a prize in there for you. What else? You got anything you want to say or add?
No, I think it's time to sign off.
What's that
Now
song?
it's
Time. That's what I was just
to
thinking.
all our fun.
Oh, we're just full of
We can't
strikes
do
in
that.
this video.
We're gonna get yanked, you
We're
know.
gonna get dinged so many times. With that being said, hon, remember, if you are having a good day,
Help someone else have a good day.
it's the small and simple things in life.
That make life worth living.
Love and shimmies, babe.